Hello there, welcome back. This is Sheepishly here once again, and today we're gonna go through how I crafted my new shield for my Trickster Splitting Steel character. I've got the shield here completed. I am recording this after the fact. And this is honestly quite an easy craft. There's only a little bit of trickiness to it, which is that you can't use Eldritch annulments, but we can get around that fairly easily. But what's interesting about this one is that I actually managed to get the 20% increased reservation efficiency implicit on this one through synthesis crafting, so I'll be talking about that in a second. Without further ado, let's get into the crafting process. Welcome back. It's actually a bit difficult to decide which shield I want to craft. Just taking a look at POE.Ninja for the different Trickster builds, they all seem to be using a synthesized mirror shield with double damage of one form or the other. So you'll have triple energy shield implicits, that's fine. And then you will have T1 int, of course, and then you would have like some kind of double damage, whether it's focus or not, suffix, and then just like one more crafted suffix, whether it be attack speed, like this profile, or fire and cold res. I think, double damage. This one's crafted double damage with a 35% chance to avoid any ailments. Double damage, attack speed. It's all very similar. Obviously, we're not gonna be going for the mirror tier shields this time around. We're just gonna craft a simple 20% quality titanium spirit shield for ourselves. So what I settled on is the one I'm gonna go through and show some clips for, and I actually want the 3% maximum lightning res for one of my suffixes, and the reason is that for my build I don't run purity of lightning, right? I run haste instead. So to do that, I need to make up for my maximum res somewhere else, which is why I have 3% max lightning res here and 2% on my armor. I just like the way you play with haste. It just feels much better when you can zoom through a map, and it gives you a nice damage boost as well. So that's what we decided on, and yeah, you can probably swap out that 3% max lightning res for anything you want, whether it is another just like a flat T1 resistance mod. You could use N crafting similar to how we did the boots, right? To move, say, like deal double damage or focus, like Dream mod onto it. You can move double damage onto it. You can do a lot of things with it, right? So let's start rolling the clips so I can take you guys through my crafting process. So jumping to the clips, might just pause here real quick. So we're trying to do the prefixes first, making the 2-mod feeder. If you've seen any of my videos, this should be fairly straightforward for you. Here we're combining T1 percentage ES with T1 flat ES. We're also going to be doing T1 percentage with T1 hybrid, T1 hybrid with T1 flat. You kind of just want a combination of them to get as many of these kind of like 2-mod feeders as you can. You can see that's like a perfect example of a success there. You have a rare item with 2 perfect prefix mods that you want to keep. Now, something to note about shield crafting, I'm sure many of you guys will have quickly realized, is that you actually cannot have any undesired suffixes on this when you do the recombinations. And the reason why is because you don't have access to Eldritch Unknowns to clean your suffixes. And I really don't think anyone's keen to use two divines to lock prefixes and scale suffixes when they have the two mod feeders, right? That's very expensive. So it's a bit painful, but when you alteration spam, you kind of just have to know off the suffix if you get the prefix you want with the undesirable suffix, or vice versa. Just have to have a lot of annulment orbs that you gotta go through. Jumping a bit ahead though, just now we're doing the suffix side. We only had 4 success on the prefixes, which is quite unlucky, but nothing is gonna look like what you're gonna see here. That's the 3rd try, we've got nothing. 4th try, got nothing. 5th try, success. 6th try, nothing. I'm kind of questioning did I do something wrong. 7th try, nothing as well, by the way. 8th try, nothing. 9th, nothing. And I am kind of, well, we got 1 success out of 9 attempts when you expect about, 3 success out of 9 attempts. So was quite disappointed because that means we only have 1 proper suffix base. You are going to see the impact of this down the track. And if I might just unwind a bit, a little bit here, there's another way of doing this, right? So instead of doing 2 prefixes or 2 suffixes for your 2 mod feeders, you can also do something like this, which is making 1 prefix, 1 suffix, 2 mod feeder. I think mathematically it is actually higher odds to get 2 mods onto this item than getting 2 mods all prefixes or 2 mods all suffixes. But the reason why I don't like doing this is because sometimes you can end up with an item like this, where you have the prefix you want, the suffix you want, but this is a magic item. And what that means is that you cannot multi-mod on this, and you cannot really use it in the next step of your crafting without one, either regal and then annul the 3rd, affix you get on from regaling. That's gonna feel hella bad if you regal it and then annul off one of these mods because you gotta start from scratch. And secondly, you can just use this as is and slap it with another magic item that looks like this. But that feels bad as well, right? Because the chance of you keeping like 3 mods, it's quite low. And if you keep 2 mods, well, you're kind of back at this step and you've just wasted all these bases you've had to go into it. So I think even though it didn't really work out well for me this time around, especially with the suffixes, I would still recommend the 2 prefix, 2 suffix method of doing it. But hey, feel free to test out this one as well. If you get a bit lucky, you can speed up your craft considerably by doing it this way, especially for shields when you can't use Eldritch Unknowns. That's just something good to keep in mind here as well. I think that's enough for the 2 mods. Let me jump forward to when we craft the 4 mod feeders. Okay, so moving ahead to the 4 mod feeders, I actually remember to record this section, which is making the exclusive mod blockers. You're going to see that really all you're doing is very simple. You want to craft multi-mod on both your items, right? And remember, one of the item has 2 perfect prefixes, one of the item have 2 perfect suffixes. For the one with 2 perfect suffixes, you do multi-mod and you craft 2 prefix exclusive mods. I just tend to go with the Dream mods. They're guaranteed to be exclusive mods, so I did Soul Game, armor during Soul Game prevention and some kind of damage as chaos here. And now for the perfect prefixes, what I like to do is I like to craft on multi-mod, and I think here I'm actually trying to decide if I want to put in 2 crafted suffixes or 1 crafted prefix and 1 crafted suffix. A thing to note here is that typically what I would do is 1 prefix, 1 suffix, exclusive mod, and then using a bestiary aspect onto it. No, you're not going to do that with shields, right? The reason why is that 1, even though it is better, higher odds of you hitting the item you want if you do a, say, aspect of the crab craft, if you end up retaining that aspect, it is almost impossible to remove it, right? Because, if you craft like, say, chest and you keep your aspect of the crab, it's like a 1 in 3 chance to remove it, because again, you can Eldritch and no. What can you do here? Nothing. You can't do anything here. Besides, if you keep your aspect of the crab onto your perfect 5 mod item, it's a 1 in 6 to annul, and then trust me, you are probably not going to hit the 1 in 6, okay? So no aspect craft, lower odds, but it will save you some headache down the track. Just coming over to the recombination section, you're going to see that for the 2 mod prefix feeder, I ended up doing a prefix and a suffix exclusive mod. And the reason is to just balance out the odds, right? So if I did a 2 suffix exclusive mod, so that means I only have 4 prefixes going to this craft, and I'm not too comfortable with that. I think with 5 prefixes, it's a much higher odds to hit your 3 prefix on the resulting item. So yeah, that's why I did that. Again, it's the same process as before. I'm just letting you know why we did it. Damn, failed on the first go. Oh, sorry, success on the first go. There you go. 4 mod feeder done. So this is the part when the crafting starts to go a little bit wrong. Just a bit of heads up. So what we want to do here is, because we have a flat ES and a hybrid ES, we want to get something that has a percentage ES to come into this item. And the reason why is because we can get our perfect triple prefixes going that way. So I'm just trying to find one. I think I'm gonna pick, yeah, just anyone will do. It doesn't really matter. You have 2 prefix mods. You're just gonna multi-mod it, and then you. So it's very important here that we have 3 prefixes. Yep. So you can see that we've crafted a exclusive blocker on the prefix side and the exclusive mod blocker on the suffix side. Again, just want to emphasize, we do not want to use an aspect craft here. If you have been watching my videos, you look how I crafted the chest, how I craft my other stuff, you think, hey, let's throw an aspect on this to improve the odds. Do not do that for shields. If you hit the aspect, your shield is bricked. It is a 1/6 remove. Very, very difficult. Okay, let's see how we go here. I mean, I know how I did. You went terribly. So you never want to see the exclusive mods show up on the prefix side because the item's automatically bricked. Okay, so that's a fail, and let's just, well, you have to go again. I think this time we kept the flat T1 ES and the flat percentage, which is why I grabbed the hybrid. I'm going a bit fast, so I can't really see, but that's probably what happened. Again, it's like, it's no big deal. You crafted a lot of like 2 mod feeders for this purpose. If you lose one of your mods, all you have to do is find a feeder item with those mods, slap it on, put it back again, and you're good to go. Might just pause here very quickly to go through it. On the left hand side, the 4 mod feeder, again, multi-mod, exclusive prefix, done. On the right hand side, you have your kind of like the 2 mod feeder that's going into the 4 mod feeder, multi-mod, exclusive prefix, exclusive suffix, no aspect. Just remember that, no aspect. If there's one thing for you to take away from this video, do not use aspect on this. So here I got a bit excited because I saw 3 prefixes, but gosh darn it, I've only got 2 suffixes there, and I did not keep the 3% increase max lighting res, which is annoying because if you recall earlier in the video when we crafted the 2 mod feeders, we only got 1 success on the suffix side with like 9 tries, and I really don't want to alt spam like the max lighting res again. It's pretty low odds to get it, and I didn't want to go through another 9 failures in a row. But what I do have is a shield that I actually bought from the trade site, right? So I just went on trade site, I looked for T1 int, max lightning res. This shield's like 1 divine or something like that. I think it had like a really bad prefix, which I managed to know of using suffix can be changed. So how does the math works for this one? It's not good. I'm just throwing this in for fun. I actually didn't expect this to work. The reason is that my suffixes are filled, right? That's the first thing that's bad. And secondly, that all elemental resistance, I don't want that. I want an open suffix so I can craft my double damage well focus mod, right? And all ally res is actually not good for me because I don't need any more lightning res. I have so much lightning res anyways. But what it does have is a 3% maximum lightning res. So I thought to myself, well, it's pretty unlucky for this to hit, right? It doesn't look good. I only have 5 mods going to the prefix side, which means that the chance of hitting 3 mod is only 57%, so 72%. On the suffix side, yeah, it's higher odds to hit, but if it keeps the elemental resistance, what am I going to do with this? But yeah, sometimes you just toss things in and it just works, right? Because the right way to do this, right? This is the moment when I say do as I say, not as I do. The right way to do this on the item you want to feed into the shield on the left is a 2 mod feeder with 2 suffixes. Yep. or at least one suffix, one prefix that you want. And you can multi-mod, you can craft on all the good things that you want, because all you're trying to do is add the 3% max lightning res onto the shield to the left. I get a bit lucky here, just a bit of spoilers. Look at that, done. Perfect shield, pops straight up, even kept the deal double damage while focus mod, which is not important because we're gonna craft over this anyways at the end. Now I don't do this too often, but let's show you guys how I finish the shield off, because it's actually quite interesting with shields because you can do synth implicits. So here, firstly, let's 20% quality it, which is great. Shields are much easier to roll with Sacred Orbs and Divines than Body Armors, and also this one's not 30% quality, so I don't really need to get this perfect. I have all these Sacred Orbs left over from when I failed my chests. Sacred Orb for like, I don't know, I spent like 20 Divines on it, 30 Divines on Sacred Orbing my chest, so yeah, I never sold these back. So I'm just using that for the shield now. It's perfectly Sacred Orbed. I think we're going to Divine it now. I'm just checking how much the maximum amount it can go up to is 505, I believe. For a 20% quality one, it's only 505. Some of the Synth Implicit Mirror Tier shields with 30% quality can go up to 600, 630-ish. It's a little bit out of budget at this point because I don't have that much money left to do something like that. I think what I'm hoping for is 495, yeah, or 490 or 500 if I'm lucky. So not too fast about this, but 500 just sounds nice. And there you go, 500. We took about, I don't know how many that was. Was that 20 divines? Yeah, maybe like 20 divines. So it's not too bad. 13 divines. Yeah, it's pretty good. Here we're going to do the synth implicit. So if you didn't know, you can use, you can add any item a synthesis implicit. But the thing is that for most of the armor items, you don't want to do this, because if you add a synth implicit, that means that you cannot use Eldritch implicit, and typically Eldritch implicits are a much cheaper and more powerful way to craft this, right? There's so many junk synth implicit. You're gonna see later on in the video when I try to use Vivid Vultures on these. You can just hit so much junk mods. It's just really not really worth it. And here when I click this button, I'm really hoping for 3 synth implicits, which is very unlikely. We hit 1. That's fine. That's fine. And now all that's left to do is to roll the synth implicits to something that we want. Okay, so coming back, I've bought 8 Vivid Vultures. These are very expensive. I think I'm trying to show you with POE.awaken POE trade, but it doesn't show up on video, of course. These are like 2.5 divines each, right? So that 8 attempt is like 20 divines, if I'm doing my math right. Yeah, 4 for 10 divines. It's more expensive than the craft of the shield itself. So the first one got nothing rolled into lightning res. We don't mind resistances, but again, I'm really hoping for something like, I don't know, something that looks nicer than resistances, especially chaos res. We are chaos inoculation, where CI build, chaos res is literally worthless for us. I'm hoping for percentage int. That's like the best one, but that's also one of the rarest mods to hit, I believe, because I think I heard from somewhere that synth implicits are weighted. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, I'm just going through the Vivid Vultures. It's quite a boring process, to be honest. It is like gambling. You would think that I would enjoy this process. I would really enjoy this process because it's gambling and I like to gamble in PoE, but you're just kind of beating on defenseless beasts, getting 5% increased fire damages, and throwing divines down the drain, to be honest. So not sure how much enjoyment you get out of it. But hey, if it's your cup of tea, maybe you are cut out to be a mirror tier crafter. But after doing this craft this league, I don't think I'm ever going to be doing a triple synth implicit mirror craft ever. So, and I'm out. Let's go top up. Okay, we're back. I am thinking of swapping this to a live recording just to go through the bestiary implicit crafts, because we're going to be doing quite a few of these, and it'll be nicer if I can go through it with you guys and tell you guys what I'm thinking and all that. So let's do that. We bought 20 of these, which goes for about 2.5 divines each of these Vivid Vultures. So that's 50 divines, but of course you have to spend money for the yellow beasts as well, which means that socketed quality of dex gems. Not quite what we're looking for. But you also have to buy yellow beasts. It costs 4 yellow beasts per go, and yellow beasts do go for chaos rats. We're chaos immune, so that's useless. But yeah, so you get like 60 yellow beasts for like fire damage. I would sell for lightning, I think. That's the second time seeing fire res. Yeah, like I was saying, 60 yellow beasts for 2 divines, so it's still a cost. It's not nothing. So, well, what are the good ones? Well, I think you can get percentage intelligence. That's probably the best one. Reduce mana cost of reservation of skills. Reduce elemental duration. Wow, that's interesting. If we draw the void element, we can potentially replace the way our boots is crafted, but let's go again. Quality of socket intelligence gems. I don't think quality does anything for my build. Otherwise I would keep it. But yeah, mana reservation, percentage int, socket chaos gems. Any kind of flat or percentage ES would be quite nice as well. I would sell for that. 21% increased armor. Now, if this was energy shield, that would be nice. Obviously, this shield is not 60% quality, so I don't recommend everyone doing this. It's just 60%. This shield is not 30% quality. Yeah, it's just for a bit of fun. I normally don't have the money to do this. I just sold bunch of mirror shards again, so increase armor again. Why can't you? How can you roll that? So for synth mods, there's a lot of them out there. Actually, there's actually a lot of them, and they're not really life gain on block. Oh gosh, useless. We're CI. That mod is nothing for us. There's no way to control for these, and you can see a lot of them are just garbage mods. Quality of intelligence gems. So you really have to get quite lucky to hit something that's beneficial. If that was flat, oh my god, if that was flat, that would be crazy. I mean, flat energy shield, of course. Effect code elements? Nope. So yeah, it's one of the good things about crafting shields. It's very difficult because you don't have originals and all that stuff, but you do get to gamble with this. 3% chance to deal double damage. Now that is something. That's 3% more damage. Let me have a look. Okay, just quickly hopping over to POE Wiki. It seems that we can roll from 2%, 3%, 4% to 5%. I think I don't think I'm keeping this. Maybe if we got the 5%, I'm keen to keep it, but 3%? Nah. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to burn currency, finish the league up, so we're not settling until we get something cute, right? Something cute. This is why mirror crafters call this, Vivid Vulture prison. 6% chaos rest again. You go through the divines just so quickly, and then most of the time you just get rubbish. Ooh, 23% increased lightning damage. 23% increased lightning damage. That is the here. That's the weapon, right? This is 2-hand weapon, this is 1-hand weapon, so this is only 23. It's a tier 3. I think we can keep going. How many Vivid Vultures we have? Oh, there's only 2 left. Let's keep going. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. If this is a low tier of the energy shield, though, I would keep it. But oh wow! Holy shit! Well, I guess this is where you insert the meme that 99% of the people stop before they hit it big. That is insane. That's a very rare mod, as I'm led to believe, because apparently, so these synth mods do have rarity ratings for them. Um, yeah, I'm a bit speechless. I don't know how this came about. Well, I'm done. I don't have much money left. I've sold all my mirror shards. Actually, I have 100 divines, but I think I want to do something else with this. And that's the conclusion of our series of crafting our gear. I will probably go through a bit of the build in the next video, give you guys an update on where I want to take this. But yeah, Ghoul Anthem. What a great name. There you go. Ghoul Anthem crafting completed. If this was 30% quality, this would be mirrorable. Probably not. I don't have triple implicits. Anyways, enough yapping. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. I hope you have good luck on your recombination crafting journeys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.